Hello everyone, it's Todd Scrima. This video is about how to upstart a branch. So we have, obviously we do branches all over the country, and people always say, hey, how do you make sure this process goes well? Because you hear horror stories. I'll say a couple things. First of all, changing companies is never easy. However, I also believe that if you want to be the best, you have to work for the best. And so, you got to kind of bite the bullet someday and say, hey, am I going to do this or not? So we've been doing it for 18 years, starting up branches. We're pretty darn good at it. I'm going to give you an overview of what we do specifically, starting from the very beginning. So first of all, we do a phone interview. Just get to know each other and say, hey, is this someone, do we sound like someone that's of interest to you, and vice versa? Then we have you come and visit the mothership. We pay for the trip, and we just spend a day together. Generally, right now we do this the first Wednesday and the third Wednesday of every single month, and we just spend a day together. We do an office tour. We spend a couple hours together. You meet with the major managers. You talk to HR. We just do the gamut, okay? And you get a really good feel. Hey, is this a company I want to work for? Then we come visit you. So we got to come check you out and see what's going on over there. See what your office looks like. Meet some of your people, okay? Then it's decision time, and we say, hey, we're interested. How we hire is everyone's got to be unanimous. So myself, the branch manager, the VP of Ops, your staff, everyone's got to be in. Okay, so that's just our thought on it. Then we do a kind of a written agreement. There's always hot buttons that you have, like, hey, do you do this? Or I want to make sure this happens. Or if this stuff doesn't happen, what's happened? It's just an agreement that says, hey, here's what we expect, here's what you expect. It's a great agreement. Then we start the process 60 days out. We start the go live project. There's a project manager that is responsible for herding all the cats and make sure that everyone does their job. Okay? 45 days out, we got to have all the signed documents back, the branch agreement, the pre-hire packages, and the job description signed, and all the P&P signed. So basically everything's signed. 30 days out, we make sure that the lease is signed and that the office build out is on time if it's a new office, and furniture and supplies are ordered, phones and IT are set up, PCs are ordered, insurance and payroll is set up. When we're about 15 days out, we do mothership training, what we call mothership training or corporate training for the ops manager, the branch manager, at least one of the processors, and that's 2 days at the corporate office so that we can do in-depth training. 7 days out, we test connectivity. We test the phone lines, we test IT, we test the computers, and we make sure that all the software works. So then there's a go live date where the branch actually goes live, and we have a trainer on site there for at least a week, and usually they'll have trainings for the first 2 hours of every day, and then they're just literally there on site helping people station by station. So that's the best way we found to do it. And then the trainer generally leaves and then comes back 2 weeks later to make sure everything's taken care of. Of course, during that time, you have a concierge assigned to you at our corporate office, or what we call Mothership, and they're talking to you every day, teaching you to do stuff. If you need the trainer, you've got the trainer on hotline, and we just go through it. What we find is that by doing it this way, it's very detailed, but it gets done correctly. As far as after you take a few loan apps in the system, a couple loans close, heart rates go down, you feel very taken care of, and you'll find that you picked the best mortgage company in America. So guys, that's kind of the process. I hope you enjoyed that. It's just kind of an overview. It gets a lot more detailed, but it'll give you an idea of exactly what we do to help upstart a branch. Thanks for listening.